What's going on? It's your boy Zesty 215 here, back with the DDL OU Week 5 Team Builder. This week we're going against Fallen and the Mississippi. I forgot what his team is named. He's taking over for a coach that decided to drop out of the league, which is going to add to the backstory of today. So, his team consists of Volcarona, Azumarill, Nidoking, Tyrantum, Primate, Mega, Sharpedo, Lucario, Barbaracle, Roserade, and Palossand. His kill leader is Primate, so we all know Primate's coming. Tyrantum has 2, so that's most likely coming. Mega Sharpedo is going to come. That's 3. Azumarill, he can do belly drum, Z belly drum, so that's most likely going to come. That is 4 mines right there. Volcarona is going to come because it has a kill as well. And Roserade is going to come because it has 2 kills. So that's the 6 mines that I think he's going to bring. However, we always plan for his whole team. So the little backstory on this, I was completely unprepared because I was prepared to face this team a while ago. After my week 4 loss, I built my week 5 team because that is what I do. I do not sit there and soak on a loss, and I do not sit there and be too excited about a win. I review the match one time, see my mistakes, move on from there. So when I lost, I built my team. It was a while. I was playtesting it throughout the week though to stay up to par. I reached out to the original owner of the team, and he told me he dropped out of the league. So I was like, okay, well, I guess this week's going to be a free win. You know, free wins are nice and easy, but they do stink because they don't show any skill. So I deleted the team for week 5 that I was going to use and started building for week 6. Now that was the mistake on my part. I should have just stayed with the week 5 team and then just built the week 6 under it, but I decided to wipe it completely. So we get a message on the Discord saying, hey, don't forget your week 5 battles. I go to check the doc just to make sure nothing changed, and then I see that Fallen has taken over the team. So I'm like, okay, well, we don't get a free win because there's a new coach. I send him a message telling him like, hey, just let me know when you're ready. Thinking that, you know, since he just picked up the team, maybe it will take some time. He said, okay, 1 hour later, let me know that he was ready. So I was like, wow, this kid, he must know what he's doing. So with that being said, I had to quickly put together our week 5 team. Some pieces I remembered, some pieces I don't. But this is the team we use. So with that being said, this is our week 5 team. Let's start with Mega Manectric. Mega Manectric is more just here to really be depending on what he brings. If he brings Azumarill, this is going to be the big stopper for that, hopefully. And it's also here for the Mega Sharpedo. It has Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, and Toxic. And I put Roar in there just in case he tries to bring in a certain Pokemon and try to set up on me. I can just get it out of there. It has the hasty nature with the 252 in the special attack, 252 in the speed, and 4 in the attack. With the intimidate nature ability as well. So like I said, most likely I bring this in when he has Mega Sharpedo in or Azumarill, and I just Volt Switch because he's most likely going to switch. I Volt Switch out and get into a better position, gain momentum. Next is our Mew. Our Mew is running Stuff Rocks, Toxic, Fake Out, Default. This is going to be our dedicated leader just because of Fake Outs on there. Just get the free flinch and work from there. 252 with the HP, 252 plus with the special D, and 4 with the attack, so it can be able to take some hits with the careful nature and the leftovers. Next is our Kyurem. This Kyurem is substitute with Ice Beam, Earth Power, and Roost. Ice Beam pretty much takes out his whole team. Definitely the Roserade, which I said is most likely going to come with the 2 kills. It can also assist with Tyrantum. And yeah, and the rest of the moves can help deal with the rest of the Pokemon that I'm expecting him to bring. So I think he might bring Palisand, and I'm pretty sure Ice Beam helps with that as well. So it is running Expert Belt just so that I can use the whole move pool. It's 200 with the special attack, so I'm not as Smogani. It's 200 with the special attack. What that amount of EVs will still allow me to one-shot most of his team. 56 with the HP and 252 with the speed and the timid nature. Next is our Blacephalon, our choice spec user, running Fire Blast, Shadow Ball, hitting Power Electric, and Mind Blown. 252 with the special attack, 4 with the special D, 252 with the speed. Should be able to outspeed most of his team except for Scarf Primate, which is what I'm really scared of because it has 4 kills, and the only way that I believe it would get 4 kills if it is Scarf and it just comes in as like a sweeper. So I'm really worried about that. Maybe he won't bring it this time, but most likely he will. So, but Shadow Ball will take care of his whole team, pretty much. Except for Azumarill, I believe. And Mega Sharpedo. Except for if it has some damage on it. So it's very important that we get our rocks, because I don't think he has a Defogger. Okay. Next is Raphael Blastoise. This is running Assault Vest with Scald, Dark Pulse, Ice Beam, and Aurora Spear. 104 with the HP, 252 with the special attack, 152 with the speed. This is here just to take hits and be able to dish it out with the modest nature. So pretty much I'm just going to bring this thing in if I feel as though I just need a Mon that can just soak up a hit. And then be able to surprise him with some of the moves that are also on here. Last but not least is Slappy Tangrowth, running leftovers and the Regenerator ability with Grass Knot, Giga Drain, Knockoff, and Sludge Bomb. Seeing how I'm running double grass moves, I guess you guys can see how this team was just kind of just thrown together. 252 with the HP, 150 with the defense, 106 with the special attack. Since the battle will be post-com, thinking back to it now, I kind of wish I would have had Protect instead of both 2 grass moves. Just 1 grass move with Protect. But that is the team. So stay tuned. The battle will be right after, and it will be post-com, so I'll just talk myself through it. All right, bet. So I hooked up with him, and let's see the team he's bringing. Tyrantum, Palisand, Volcarona. We were correct on Tyrantum and Volcarona. We were also correct on the Mega Sharpedo, the Primate, and the Roselia, and the Roserade. Really hoping he wouldn't bring the Primate. Honestly, like I said, this is post-com, so I already know the results of the battle. However, that Primate, like we said before, is the biggest problem. So to get things started, I lead with Mew. Like I said, this is our guaranteed lead. He leads with Primate, and I'm like, this is kind of a good thing for us. The faster we can get any kind of damage on this thing, it makes it easier for us. So obviously, I go for Fake Out, do a good amount, 15%. He goes for U-turn, he gets on out of there. At the same time, I go for Toxic. So I wanted to get the Toxic on the Primate, but unfortunately, I got it on the Sharpedo, which still works out. Next, he goes for Protect, which I predicted, so I go for Stealth Rocks. Even though I knew he had Crunch, he didn't know what my Mew had, so I went for the risky but at the same time smart play. I got my rocks up, and then I got on up out of there. Unfortunately, this Mew does not have U-turn. It only has default, but his Sharpedo would have outsped anyway. Now, this is another part, a little bit more controversy. So, in this league, it is not in the rules that we have to Mega Evolve on the first turn, but I know I've always done it in every match, and every person I've played has always Mega Evolved on the first turn. So, I thought it was just applied. But as you can see, it's about 2 turns. and his Sharpedo hasn't Mega Evolved. So the only down part about this is that now his Sharpedo is going to get 2 abilities. His first ability is Speed Boost, which gives him a 1.5 speed boost. Now, he outspeeds most of my team anyway, so could it have been made a difference? I don't know, but at the same time, he is going to get 2 abilities, because now once he Mega Evolved, he gets Tough Jaw, and I think that makes like biting moves do more damage, and it's like, I don't know. So I didn't say anything because technically it's not in the rule book. So I don't know. I'm still thinking about if I want to fight the case. But anyway, I went to Slappy. Now he Mega Evolved, so now he has that second ability, Tough Jaw, Strong Jaw. That's what it is. So that did more damage than it should have. Did 47%. Now he goes for Volcarona, which was a play that I don't know. When he went for Volcarona, this is where I knew in my head that he didn't have a defogger. When he brought in Volcarona and on rocks, it takes 50%. I was like, okay. So I go for knockoff to knock off the Assault Vest. Then I get up on out of there. I go to Blastoise. Blastoise takes the Giga Drain pretty well. I get hit with another Giga Drain because he obviously outspeeds, but then I kill him with Scald. Blastoise pretty low, but it can still do some damage. He brings in Roserade, so I'm like, okay, I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to go to Cure him because the Ice Beam would kill. He goes for Z Poison and gets Toxic Spikes up, which obviously allows him the Toxic Spikes and the defense boost. But unfortunately for him, Kyurem was going to hit him with all special attack moves anyway, so that defense boost really didn't do anything. So he brings back in Sharpedo as I go for Ice Beam. Now this is where I could have went for not expecting him to switch out. I just tried to go for the kill, but I probably should have went for the sub, because if I would have got behind the sub, like I said, Kyurem Ice Beam ran through most of his team. So Sharpedo comes in, eats that, and I switch out because I'm like, he's just going to die to the Toxic anyway. So I decided to bring Mew back in, which was the misplay for today's game. I feel like we make one misplay a game, which I'm really working on. The more battles I play, the better I'll get, I promise. But this is probably the misplay of the game because I tried to bring Mew in to get Defog off, because this is my only defogger on the team. But I forgot that obviously since he's a dark type, he's going to be running Crunch, and that's what happens. He outspeeds me, he runs Crunch, and he kills me. So that did absolutely nothing. He dies. However, the only good part is that Mew did get a kill on the Sharpedo. So, but because he died to the Toxic, he goes to Primate. I bring back in Kyurem. Kyurem's poisoned due to the Toxic Spikes. Then I switch back out to Tangrowth. He goes for Earthquake. Does pretty much nothing. Now he brings in Roserade. Expecting for him to switch out, I just did Giga Drain anyway because it was the only move that really did damage. Heal up a little bit from the leftovers. He goes for another set of Toxic Spikes. I go for Sludge Bomb because it did the most damage after being caught. He goes for Venoshock and obviously gets the kill. Now this may have been another misplay because thinking about it, Tangrowth could have really helped with the Palossand, but it goes down. In comes Blacephalon. It is also toxic now. He switches out to Palossand. And this is where I said our Blacephalon Shadow Ball runs through the rest of this team. So I Shadow Ball. Palossand is dead, and we have a Beast Boost now. So I literally run through the rest of his team. He brings a Tyranitar, dies from Shadow Ball. Now I'm at +2. He brings in Primate. And guys, this was another misplay. It sometimes hurts making these videos and rewatching it again and just seeing all these misplays because he outspeeds and he goes for Earthquake. And I die. But I couldn't bring in Manectric because Manectric would have died to Earthquake. Blastoise may have survived, but it would have been very little, and he outspeeds me, so he would kill me next turn. Curl, Ice Beam, still kills Primate and Roserade. So I was like, Curl's not, it's poison, but it's still at 100%, so I want to save that. I can't just sack Manectric. Even though, come to think about it, maybe I could have. But I let Blacephalon go down. So I'm like, it's not over. He goes, I bring in Curl. He goes for Roserade. I hit Ice Beam. Roserade's obviously dead. Now, this just, it literally makes my blood boil looking how I have 3 Mons, 1 being completely healthy. He has 1, and he's just about to run through my team. So, but we did say that the Primate was going to be our biggest problem. Even after the team builder, there was not many things that I had that could keep up with it, but I could have came up with a better strategy. The week was just very, very confusing. So he comes in with Primate, close combats, I'm dead. Gets the drop. So now I'm thinking, hey, with the drop, he can't kill. I go Mega Intimidate, but he's Defiant. So with that, he actually was able to kill, because without the 1.5 boost, he wouldn't be able to kill me. And I had Thunderbolt, which would have actually killed him at this level. So now he just pretty much just runs through the rest of my team. I hit him with a GG, and you know, he posts a link, and everyone's congratulating him on his comeback win. So that was the battle. But I'm not mad. I mean, shout out to Fallen. Like, he took over this team and was able to put together a team. The crazy part about it is we were both our teams were 0-4. So this game was kind of important for both of us because I'm pretty sure we both wanted to get on the win board. So shout out to him because he came, and honestly within a day he was able to prep and destroy me. Maybe not destroy is not the right word, because I think we did okay. It's just a couple plays here and there. Maybe things would have went differently. But shout out to him, you know, real cool dude. We did talk about the whole Mega Evolution thing after it. And like I said, it's not in the rule book, so technically didn't break the rules. So, but now that I know that as well, maybe we can make some new plays where we don't just Mega Evolve Mega Manectric so fast. So, that's something that we're going to keep in mind. But with that being said, that is the end of the battle. We are 0-5. Now, I'm very positive. I still don't think it's over. I still think we can possibly win out the rest of the season. I don't know if playoffs is possible, but if, you know, some people start to lose too much, then maybe it is possible. We're going to get better. We only do get better. We only lost this game really by 1 Pokemon, so I'm not too upset. But if you do enjoy the Pokemon content, and if you enjoy battling, you want to get into battling yourself, why not just subscribe, hit that like button, and follow me through my journey as I get better. Hopefully it can help you get better. But that's going to be it. As always, stay zesty.